Okay, to start off, I'm gonna actually start going over his history. So Zeratul is from StarCraft. Um, he has a history from Brew Ball all the way to Legacy of the Void. In this video I'm currently making, Legacy of the Void is the most recent expansion to StarCraft. He's a melee champion. He's an assassin, and he goes invisible. And so those are main things about. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain all the abilities now that he has. And so the first one, which is his Q, is basically like an AoE move that damages enemies around him. And then there's Singularity Spike, which shoots out kind of like a laser and then hits the enemy player. And then after a short amount of time, it actually does damage. Later on, you can pick a move that will allow him to slow the enemies with that and cause AoE damage as well. And then Blink is just basically like Blink in other games, just teleport you forward, kind of like Flash in League of Legends. And then his passive is Permanent Cloak, so if he hasn't been damaged in 3 seconds, or um, he hasn't attacked anyone for 3 seconds, then he becomes invisible. Then he has 2 ults, and the first one is Shadow Assault. Basically, it increases his attack speed by 20%, helps him stick to enemy players, which is really good against mages. And then also he has Void Prism, which basically is this conclave around. Um, it's a conclave, and then it just basically in a certain area radius, it will make the enemy champions invulnerable, as well as the ally champions on his team. But there is a talent leader that you can pick where it won't affect ally champions. It's good for certain situations, so it really just kind of depends how you play him and the situation. Other than that, those are the basic abilities. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go over the counters. And the first one that I have personally encountered myself is Illidan. He just has a ton of health regen. So if you just take a look at this following clip, you'll see why. So as you can see here, I'm near the Nexus, and then Illidan just comes out of nowhere. Well, I guess he didn't really come out of nowhere, he was just supposed to be there. And then obviously I can't do damage to him. Well, obviously he has a shield on us right now. But yeah, look, like one strike to me takes off like a third of my health. And then, yeah, the only thing I can really do is like walk away. I was just able to get away at that point just because I was high enough level to return back to my Blink original position. Other than that, I would have just died there. So that's the best thing to do in that situation. Okay, and then his other counters do include Tacita. Tacita just because he has that move where he can see invisible people. And then there's also Joanna. She's tanky, and she also has that knockback move. And so, yeah, just don't get in a situation with her there. And that's basically it. And Butcher also is a counter as well, because he has a stun. And, like, Zeratul is just really, really squishy, obviously, so that's just not good. And he's just not good against stuns, or any type of CC, really. And that's basically it. But yeah, so with Zeratul, and like any other champs, like you're gonna find certain weaknesses and also strengths with him. And I've probably already gone over a few of them throughout the video, but just to reiterate exactly his weaknesses and strengths again. Um, so he's a champion that's really good with mages. He has a lot of mobility, so that therefore makes him good for ganking, which will therefore pressure all the other lanes. A lot of the time when you got someone invisible like that, a lot of people don't want to go off on their own. Especially like mages, they can't do that. So ideally you want to be in a situation where there's mages, and then you kind of just leave them in their spot, like they won't be able to push the lane or anything like that, or push the wave or whatnot. And then another good thing about Zeratul is that he actually is really good with getting away. Like, a good thing about him is that, like, if you can't win a fight or whatnot, you can always blink away, or you can blink through like a wall or whatever. And then that's how you get away. And so yeah, you can avoid death a lot of times with him. Other than that, some of his weaknesses are he is kind of squishy. And so I mean, obviously that just kind of comes with the nature of him. And then also sometimes you can see shimmer, so it's not gonna be like obviously your best thing for Zeratul is the element of surprise, just to kill them before they even notice that they're actually being attacked by something, right? And so that's the other thing with Zeratul is that you just want to be able to kill them before they even notice. He's weak against tanks, which I already mentioned. Other than that, he's a good champion to play, and he's a lot of fun to play. Okay, and so if you like this guide, then go ahead and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, especially here on YouTube. Other than that, have a good day, guys, and keep gaming.